News out is that Bob Vylan, Bob Vylan, if you don't know who he is, he was the hip-hop singer who went on the stage at Glastonbury Festival on June 28th and chanted "Death, Death to the IDF" alongside other pro-Palestinian slogans, is now crying because he's asking his audience not to repeat that slogan. So for those of you who don't recall, what happened at Glastonbury is that Bob Vylan displayed on a large screen behind him, "Free Palestine, United Nations have called it a genocide." After that, he sang "Free, Free Palestine" slogans and then said to his audience, "Have you heard this one before?" And then he said, "Death, Death to the IDF." Now, the UK police, Avon and Somerset, have launched a criminal investigation to determine whether the individual's chants amounted or constituted violence or hate speech. Bob Vylan has been dropped by his agent, United Talent Agency, and his US visas were revoked, which meant that his planned tour of North America was cancelled. Additionally, his scheduled festival appearances in Manchester, Germany, and France were also all cancelled by promoters because of the controversy. Now, Prime Minister Keir Starmer, a purported Jew, I don't know how true that is given his actions, has apparently condemned the chants as appalling hate speech, while Culture Secretary Liz Nandy and other politicians have called for accountability from the BBC and from him directly. Now, BBC executives have faced harsh scrutiny, with Ofcom warning that delayed responses by the BBC could erode public trust. Now, in his first gig after Glastonbury at London's 100 Club, Bob Vylan cautioned the audience, and I quote, "No, no, no, you're going to get me into trouble for saying that chant," and instead redirected them to chant "Free, Free Palestine." Now, Bob Vylan has defended his actions, saying that they weren't anti-Semitic, that actually what they were is just a protest against the violent military machine of the IDF and not advocating for harm against any racial or religious group. This after the backlash which he suffered following his controversy. Now, in typical fashion, the music industry has piggybacked on the whole controversy. Bob Vylan's album, Humble as the Sun, has surged to #1 in the UK on the hip-hop and R&B albums chart, showing a significant boost in attention and streams. Do let me know what you think of that in the comment section below.